Szewczaks. It's me, Maja Szewczak, and welcome to another Idea Sunday. It's March, it's spring, and the bluebells are going to be out very, very soon. So some of my real life friends gave me some ribbons with some bells. And if you are watching this, thank you for giving those bells. And an idea for today's Idea Sunday. I have 2 more, but I've saved them for another Idea Sunday episode. So now, Bluebells. That pun actually is very good for this Idea Sunday somehow. So we're going to do it. I'm going to start with adding this indigo color change pigment that disappears with warm temperature. I'm going to apply it on the bluebell flower. We're just going to mix that with glue and paint that all over the flower because I still want to see the purple when it's warm, so that's why I'm using that pigment, that color changing pigment on this bead. So that's why I'm using it. I like bringing out textures in my Idea Sunday videos, especially while painting on my glue mixtures. So, and while the glue has not dried yet, because that's the kind of time period that gets me really thinking about my details that I like to add to my Idea Sundays. They are completely optional if you want to do them, but that's just me. But anyways, we have that added in. Now I'm going to do a little bit of detailing by cutting up a little bit of sequins. And we're going to use that as the details for the blue bell flower that I'm going to do. However, I will think how it will look. So I'm adding those little tiny details. They are kind of snowflake shaped, but it's fine. I will arrange them better after I add them to the mixture. So it's time to arrange these in a way that it will look very flower-like. Kind of looks like a snowflake, but it's okay. So I'm just going to keep on adding the pigment under the detailing. So that's what I'm doing. Okay. I think I'll stop here and let it dry. And what if I try to paint the bell with this? I hope nothing will happen to it in terms that, well, I don't want it to stop working because of glue and pigment in it. And I think the details would be better for the bell than the Bluebell flower. But I do have more bells, just in case it stops working. But I will have to hope while it dries that this does not happen. So maybe I'll use this to hold my bell for this. I'm just experimenting with this. If there's any smart remarks about what I'm doing, then keep the smart remarks to yourself, please. The smart remarks about what I'm doing. Okay, that ended up a bit better. Come on. Stick to the bell. That's better. I thought wool was a better option for the Bluebell details. Time to let it dry. I had to hide the sequins because of this tissue paper, but it's fine. And the bell still works. Just have to attach it to something and shake it or throw it for it to work. But it still makes a sound, which is a good thing. So the tissue paper's been added, so that's what I've got. We can still see the golden color. I'm afraid of getting rid of the bell sign, so I'm going to just use a marker to finish the coloring. I'm going to be using cobalt blue for that. Still safe way of coloring it into a Bluebell without, getting rid of the bell sign. See? Still working. I mean, here it's still working. So now this has to dry. The bell works and the Bluebell has dried. it's temperature color change, so I still have a hot mug for this. And we're going to try out the temperature color change. It's working! Press it against the hot mug. I always do that to all my temperature color changers. Wow. I always do that to test them. Unless it's a cold winter or a hot summer. But mostly hot summers would change the color change very quickly, but that's not the case right now. If the winter's cold, I always use a hot mug and press that against it to check out the color change. So there's the original purple. Now I'm going to let this cool off to change its color back to what it's supposed to be. Now I'm going to test a little bit on the bell. Will it turn purple? Well, some of it. It's the same color as the purple tissue paper that I'm using for the background of the video. I've just used it because there's a lot of glue stains on my desk and I just don't want to show that too much. But that's the reality of doing those videos. Oh, and the Bluebell's color has changed back. So the color change effect works. I think I'm going to put the Bluebells in Nicholas Mellow's Grandma Suzette's garden. So Suzette, we're going to plant bluebells in your garden. But first, I'm going to get some wire on these bluebells. Let's remove those berries, the yellow berries from this wire. And after removing them, we're going to attach the bluebells onto the wire. So we'll be adding it on like this, and the little bell, it still should work, but I'm just going to squeeze that into the wire and pull the wire. Remove the excess green tissue paper that the wire is wrapped in, and the camera is deciding to focus on Grandma Suzette. Let Grandma Suzette practice her crochet, camera. While focusing on this, there. Focus on the Bluebell. There, that's better. Now it went to focusing on Grandma Suzette. Now here's the Bluebell. I'm going to bend this into a leaf for the Bluebell, just like that. It also makes a bell sign. And although I will mostly have it in Grandma Suzette's garden, I can rotate it around dollhouses when I want to. Or find millions of ways to make bluebells for other dollhouses. Let's put it in her garden. And here we go. That's the finished product. So, Szewczaks, what do you think of the dollhouse Bluebell? The Bluebell with a bell inside? Please tell me in the comments. And it does make a sound, but anyways, bye Szewczaks. See you in another video. Bye.